Hey everyone, so the deer just came out. This is the team I use. Melee, Lewan, Matrona, and Arthur. Use both attack crit for Melee and Lewan, HP defense for Matrona, and HP crit resistance for Arthur. But you can use HP defense no problem, there's not much difference. Use Tarmiel Link on Arthur just because Tarmiel's passive, Tarmiel's Grace actually proc before Matrona's passive, so we don't want her to heal herself too much from Tarmiel's Grace. Otherwise, with that much health, she's not gonna heal your team. Does that make sense? And I suggest you put the team order like this, just because it's easier to proc the passive of the deer, which is the traffic light rule. I'll explain later. And another thing is that we want those characters with more important ultimate on the left side, so we can get them before the characters on the right side, right? And for artifact, I use damage taken decrease, Halloween card set. Okay, let's get to the first floor. Okay, so for first phase, there's not much going on. Just keep on stacking Malice passive. Use 2 single target cards at least every turn. But you want to save at least 1 card for each of the characters, not including melee. Because we'll need to use those cards to do the rules on the next phase. And now we just kill him. Moving on to the next phase. So for this phase, this is when the traffic light rule comes up. Just do the order like this. Do type disadvantage to the last card you use. You can always check the order from the top right of your screen. Okay, now we do red, green, and blue, and red again. But instead of using red, I use Melee's card. So I got punished. I got attack seal for violating rule. But it's not the end of the world. Just because on first floor, he's not gonna hit that hard. So even if you can't kill him, he can't kill you either. So I decided to wait until my Escanors get immune, so we can kill him with Escanor's ultimate. Okay, now we kill him with Escanor's ultimate. I should have just used Escanor's ultimate. Then I wouldn't get attack seal. So at the third phase, you get a passive, and I suggest you reset the game if you don't get this one, just because the others are too annoying. Get this one will make your game a lot easier. And third phase is another preparing phase. You want to have Escanor's ultimate and at least 1 card for each type of the characters, not including melee. Again, we'll have to do the traffic light rule again on the last phase. Okay, now we push Escanor's ultimate and save 1 card for each type of the characters. Okay, now we can kill him. Okay, For the last phase, you can see there's a heart above his health bar, and you want to do a traffic light cycle to remove it and finish it with Esconor's ultimate, which means we will have to use Esconor's card and Matrona's card and Arthur's card. Now we remove his buff and finish it with LeJuan's ultimate. Okay, that's it for the first floor. Moving on to the second floor. So for the first phase, you want to stack out Malice passive as usual. And we'll have to do the traffic light rule again on the next phase, so you want to save at least one card for each type of the characters, not including melee. And also you want to push Esconor's ultimate for the next phase, but it's not necessary. And last thing, you want to kill him in 3 turns, because you can see on the top of his head, he has a red card. He's gonna remove 4 ultimate gauge of all your characters. Unfortunately, I didn't kill him, so you can see he removed basically all my characters' ultimate gauge. But it is what it is. I think I'm just gonna push it again. Okay, for second phase, here comes the passive again. I suggest you get this one, HP related stat buff. It is not necessary, but it is a lot easier. So at this phase, there's a rule you have to do a cycle of the traffic light rule before you start doing damage, and you have to finish the cycle in 1 turn. I made a mistake. I thought you can finish it in 2 turns, but you can't. So keep in mind, you want to finish the cycle in 1 turn. Then you can start doing damage. And here you can see there's a red card on the top of his head, and that card is gonna one-shot you if you don't get frozen. And how do we get frozen? We get frozen by violating the rule. So I made my Esconor get frozen. You can see I remove the buff. Then we start doing damage and we get frozen, so he didn't one-shot us. And how do we know when he's gonna use that card? We can judge it by looking his first card. If his first card is red, that's when you have to get frozen. Now you can see the first card is red again, so we have to get frozen. I made melee to get frozen. So here we don't get one shot. And now we can try to kill him. Moving on to the next phase. Okay, this phase is not a preparing phase. You want to get Esconor's ultimate and save at least one card for each type of the characters. Not including melee. Again, we have to do the traffic light rule again at the last phase. Another thing is that at this phase, he infect you. So it is pretty annoying. So you want to kill him somewhat fast. Otherwise, you're probably gonna die. Okay, now we got what we want. We can start to kill him. He almost killed my melee. So I have to kill him next turn, otherwise I'm gonna die. Yeah, my melee's gonna die. So the last phase, we get a passive again. And you really want this attack buff passive, just because others two are too difficult to win. So I would say the most annoying part of the second floor is that you need to get the perfect passive to win the third floor. At least right now. In this phase, you can see there's a health buff on the top of his health bar. You want to remove it by doing a cycle of the traffic light rule. So you attack with Escanor's card and finish with his ultimate. So we can do the most damage. So next turn we just follow the order and try to kill him. Follow the traffic light order. Okay, that's it for the second floor. Let's move on to the next floor. So before we get into the third floor, I want to mention again, try to get exact same passive like this. It does take some time, but it is worth it, trust me. So the first phase, it hits pretty hard. So you want to stack up melee's passive again. Use 2 single target cards at least every turn. Try your best to survive. And you want to save at least 1 card for each type of the characters again. For next turn, we'll have to do the traffic light rule. And also you want to push for Escanor's ultimate. Just make sure to stack up melee's passive. And save the card and push for Escanor's ultimate. Now we kill him. Moving on to the next phase. For the second phase, you want to attack with Escanor first and finish with his ultimate. And at this floor, if you don't attack him by following the order, you'll get corrosion. But like this. But it's not that big of a deal. It hurts some, but not that much, you know. Okay, moving on to the third phase. So this phase, you want to save Escanor's ultimate and melee's single target card, golden single target cards for the last phase. But it's not the only way to pass the last phase, which I'll talk about later. You wanna taunt with Matrona, because he deleted his card, and most of the time you can patience his remove cards attack with your Matrona's taunt, but sometimes you can't. And here you can see he removed my Escanor's ultimate and all his cards. So I try to push the ultimate again, but he kept deleting my cards, deleting the one's card. So I end up having a lot of Malice card. And now we kill him. Moving on to the next phase. So at the last phase, as I said, you want to have Escanor's ultimate, and you can do a cycle to remove his buff, start doing damage, and finish it with Escanor's ultimate at the first turn. But I didn't get his ultimate, so I went for another strategy. I did a cycle of Traffic Light Rule, remove the buff, and did damage with Malice ultimate. You want to use ultimate at the first turn, because there's a good chance he's gonna remove your ultimate gauge at the first turn. And you want to kill him in 3 turns, otherwise he's gonna put up a stance and you're not gonna kill him anymore. And now you want to drop him drop him below 30%, but not below 20%, otherwise he's gonna full heal. And you finish it with Malice level 3. Alright, that's it for the 3rd phase. This is just one of the case. I will do another run with the circumstances that I get the one's ultimate probably next week. So if you want to know more strategy of beating the deer, please subscribe, give it a like if you like the video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.